Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of PastyT. In our last episode, we left off in the inn at Brill, so we're just going to pick up right back there, turn in the quests that we have, and go ahead and sell the items we don't need, find a skinning trainer so we can start the apprentice skinning skill, and then we're going to just, continue questing and going about our business. Let's see. Alright, so we are inside the inn. Journeyman Enchanter. Priest trainer. So right now I'm looking just to see if there's a skinning trainer somewhere. Sometimes they like to hide up in the reaches of the inn. Warrior trainer first aid. First aid we're going to learn, but not right now. It's not extremely important.
I'm listening.
We're going to turn that in. She has a quest for us. Oh, we must choose a reward. So these both offer the same amount of gold. So we're just going to pick one. Because we're going to sell those anyways. Not a big deal. But, alright, in fact, she has goods that we can sell, so I'm going to sell all this stuff. Cool. Now, another cool thing about Bag-On, which is this add-on, is that you can just click this, it'll clean it up. And it organizes it based on kind of how it feels like it's the best fit.
Do not seek death.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Sometimes there's a cooking trainer in here. Not in this case. Not a big deal. In your main cities, they have all the trainers that you would ever need. But we are going to go look for a skinning trainer. In fact, I can talk to a guard, and they might be able to tell me. So, guards like in the cities will tell you like, hey, where can I find this person? So we're looking for skinning, and he's at the lake, or I'm sorry, camp along the east side. So it'll give him the person, it kind of flags him, so I have to go over here for skinning, which is fine. There's a quest over there as well that we can get, so we'll just leave that marker there. And that marker is not based on an add-on, that's vanilla aspect. So it's pretty neat. You don't have to actually like remember what they told you. It'll give you just this little guide. Okay, so we're gonna pick this up. Wanted sign, kill maggot eye. Cool. So wanted quests, as you can see, is a little bit higher level than I am right now, so I may not try that yet. But it's just good to have. You can have up to 20 active quests at a time before your log is full. So we'll just pick up all the ones here, because it's gonna be a little bit before I have more than 20 quests available to me. So, pick this up. Like I said, a lot of these are just basic fetch quests. Go talk to this person, go do this thing. Not a real big deal. This person. We have 2 quests. Alright. So, when you learn a new skill, you'll see right here, find herbs. So, I'll put that there. So if I click the find herbs, let me move this out of the way. Right here it'll show that I am looking for herbs. So now whenever I come close to an herb, and I forget the yard range, 20, 30 yards, something like that. Maybe even more. But it will give me a little blip on my map that will show me, hey, you can go pick this herb up. So we might see one of those soon. There are a lot of low-level herbs in the starting areas. But for now, basically, because of all these quests that I picked up, I just go. This Darkhound, kill him, because I'll need the blood from him as a drop. So we'll go ahead and kill him. Didn't get it. But you see, his corpse has skinnable underneath of it. So, let's see, what is that? Gloomweed. We'll pick up this gloomweed. Actually, we're going to venture back over here. Because I want skinning, because I want to be able to level that up. Because, like I said, even if it doesn't sell well on the auction house, it's still something that you can vendor. And having any additional, items to sell is just, I don't know, that just helps with the leveling. But usually you can auction house this stuff for 50 50% more, then you can sell it to a vendor. So it's helpful. Just get you more gold quicker. Pick up this other gloomweed. As you can see over here, there's Peace Bloom, gloomweed, and Peace Bloom is your basic herb that you can pick up. It's like the lowest level. It's used for the most basic of potions and stuff, and we will pick that up. So the way that you level herbalism and any profession is by, you know, basically doing the tasks. So for herbalism, each time that you pick up a herb, you know, successfully gather it, you have a chance of raising your skill level. Those will decrease. The chance that you can increase your skill level will decrease the higher your skill is. So when you're higher level, then, you know, picking up like your Peace Bloom right here is going to give you less chance of a way of increasing your skill. So right now, as you can see, the herbalism text is in orange, and that just means that I will always level up on a non-failed attempt. Try it again. Let's see. So that's an example of them being able to interrupt you while you're trying to gather. So always check your surroundings whenever you're trying to gather. You could have a monster just come up behind you and decide that it wants to attack you instead of you being able to gather your Peace Bloom. There we go. So now you can see my herbalism increased to 2. Oh, you can't see it, but herbalism has increased to 2, and it'll continue to go up as we collect more and more. But when you have your professions like tailoring or leatherworking or armor smithing or enchanting or something like that, not only do you need material in order to craft different items, but you need a gathering profession. So it's much more expensive than, you know, something that's purely a gathering. Because for herbalism, you don't even need any sort of tool in order to gather the herb. For skinning and for mining, you need a tool in order to utilize those nodes or monsters. And we'll pick up a skinning knife because that's required in order to skin creatures. Alright, so we have our gloomweed. We're going to go ahead and try to get some more putrid claws from these guys. Since we're here. There's a silver leaf to the north of us, but oh, one of those good ones right there. Kill this guy. Probably have to kill maybe that corpse. Alright. We're gonna get a silver leaf. Alright, we're back. Apparently the game decided it wanted to freeze, but no problem, we're back. So we're going to gather this silver leaf, and again, oh okay, that one just did it first time, so cool. Alright, so now these, they'll be able to be gathered in stacks of 20, so you can carry 20 of the item per little slot in your bag, and that's helpful because you can sell them individually or stacks of 20, and like I said, even if they don't auction very well, then you can always sell them to a vendor, and I think they're yeah, 10 copper a piece, so not too bad, actually. Now we're gonna go ahead and kill this guy. As you can see, I am 8 experience from leveling, so one guy will do it. Get him, gain a level, everybody rejoice. Yay! Got that. So now you can see that I can create 4 muffins per cast and 8 bottles of water per cast. That's pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and make some of those. Don't need too much, but it's good to have at least some reserves. Alright. So, stringy wolf meat. I want to keep because you can make that, but If I need to sell it, I'll sell it. We're gonna go actually over here. We're gonna pick up. Actually, we'll turn in these quests, but I want to go pick up skinning. Okay. So PastyT will give an approximate location of the quest turn-in, but then the yellow dot that populates on your map is the actual person that needs to turn in, because some of them like to roam around, so there's not always a definite spot that they are located at. We'll turn in the gloomweed. Alright. Also we need to get some doomweed, which is going to be further out. You can see doomweed is over here. So another thing about PastyT is it'll give all these little icons that'll tell you, like, hey, this is an approximate area that you can collect the item or kill the monster that you want to do for the quest. And you can limit the density of the icons on your map. For me, on the mini-map it shows it too, but obviously, like, on the mini-map it's not crazy populated, but over here, like, this looks pretty clustered. And then if you back up on your map, then it looks extremely clustered. So that can kind of get to be a little cumbersome. But like I said, for me it's not that big of a deal. So, alright, so we're going to go in here. Looks like I have a couple quests that I can pick up because I leveled up.
Better be good.
I'll pick these up. Good.
Dark lady, watch over you.
And then Field of Grief. I don't know if this is upstairs. Looks like it's upstairs. No, it's outside. Or it might be in the basement. We'll go check that too. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's talk to this dude. He's gonna get sick because it's the lace pumpkin. And I think that's it. Alright. So that was a little experiment. It might be a... Okay, this person.
What is it?
Alright, so what level are we? 7. One more level, we can learn some new spells. So we're gonna go collect skinning right now. Gonna have to go a little bit southeast. Go collect that. And then we will continue with our questing. The good thing about skinning is some aspects of quests like this bat pelt. I don't know if it's necessarily this quest, but in later quests, I know with like some yeti fur that you have to collect, skinning actually gives you an increased chance of collecting that loot, so that's extremely helpful. Sometimes mining is required for certain items, and herbalism is required for certain items, so each kind of like... Alright, so this leather worker, I need to find a person that can sell me. There we go. No, fishing supplies. I don't think they have a skinning knife.
What is it?
No, so I need a skinning knife in order to actually skin creatures. So we're gonna go back to Brill. We're gonna grab a skinning knife. Because even though I have the skill now, right here you see, where is it, skinning apprentice. I need the knife in order to do the actual skinning. In retail, you don't need the knife. Sometimes it gives you like an increased ability, like you'll get like a +2 or +5 if you have this item on you, but you don't necessarily need it. So let's see, general supplies may have it, or trade supplies. We'll check both. Let's see. General supplies doesn't have it.
What is it?
There we go, skinning knife. Alright, now we're ready to go.
Beware, our enemies abound.
So we're gonna go ahead and go north, since this looks like it has a higher population of quest items that we need. But again, if we find any enemies that have what we're looking for on the way, we'll go ahead and kill those and try to collect what we have. Alright. he might aggro to me. Yeah, he did. So that's kind of a oopsie, but these guys shouldn't pose too big of a problem. Kill this one. So as you can see, having multiple guys attack you really limits your ability to cast in later parts of the game. That's a big boo-boo. Like, you don't want to do that because they will completely interrupt you being able to cast, especially if it's a dual-wielding enemy. Alright, so now we can skin the creature. Again, you'll fail attempts just because you're a complete novice when it comes to this stuff. So these ruined scraps, they're basically just going to get vendored. Leather workers can combine 5 of them to create a light leather, but a skinner cannot do anything with them, so I'm just going to sell them because it's just taking up backspace at this point. So we'll try to collect more of the Darkhound blood. Light leather isn't the best. I'll probably end up vendoring that too because I don't know if it sells very well and it's going to take up a lot of space. I might be able to sell it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the economy is like on the server. But we'll check it out. Pelt, meaty batwing. I don't think that's anything good. As you can tell, my cast rate for this spell is 1.5 seconds, and for the fireball it's 2. Eventually those get longer as you get higher ranked spells. You can spec into decreasing the amount of time it takes to cast, and that's extremely important because haste has not been introduced yet. But basically, the less time it takes you to cast a spell, the more damage you're doing per second. So that's extremely valuable to be able to cast more. It does use more mana, but it's not like you get the longer it casts, the more it's going to hurt type thing. There are some warrior talents where your damage output is based on your cast speed of the weapon itself, but for mages, basically, the faster that you can cast your spell, the more damage output you're going to have. This guy. Alright. Ooh, another blood. So what's painful about failed attempts is if you are trying to gather a late game node that's extremely sought after and another player's there that has the skill to get it, they're gonna probably get that node before you because you'll have a failed attempt and then they'll have a chance to come in and swoop it out. And that's very painful. And on a PvP server, as we may see later, people are fighting over those nodes, and they will literally fight you to be able to capture it, as opposed to you being able to get it. It's not a first come first serve. Like, there may be some people that are courteous, but I guarantee that if I'm going after a particular thing that somebody else wants as the opposing faction, they will more than likely fight me for it, and that can get pretty frustrating. But all in the sync of the gameplay. So, alright, so we can see over here there's an earth root. I'm gonna go collect that. Another item that I can sell. Plus it's another chance of leveling up. Because we're basically gonna want our skinning and our herbalism levels to be higher than the area that we're in, so that when we find a item that's a little bit more rare, we'll be able to gather it. It's especially true when we start getting towards the end-game items, Gold Thorn and Chatgear Whiskers, or however it's pronounced. You know, those are a little bit more sought after, so if we have the level to get it, we can get it. Earth root, where is it? There it is. Oh, see, I can't even collect this one yet because I need 15. Not a big deal. Our herbalism is what, like 4? See, we will continue to go on. I'm actually gonna have to make a pit stop to sell all this stuff that I've been gathering. Ooh. Maybe we won't go up here yet. So as you can see, this monster and I are kind of doing a Rochambeau. And I should be able to win 1-on-1, but 2-on-1, they're probably going to be able to take me out pretty easily. I have to be careful. But okay, these guys I just have to kill, and they have drops, so that's good. Alright, so what y'all didn't see was the game decided to disconnect me, and because of that, I was in the middle of fighting a monster, and when you disconnect, basically your character goes like just static, just stops. And since I wasn't like auto attacking or anything, basically the monster was just able to beat on me without me, you know, doing anything in return. So not a big deal. We're back. Try it again. Kill this guy. Alright, but we're gonna go back and actually finish collecting some of the other items that we were collecting. As you can see, like duskback pelts, and I need to turn in the blood that we collected, because that will be nice to have it out of our inventory. So we're gonna go, we're gonna go turn those in, kind of make a quick trip through the graveyard. Yeah, we don't have enough mana. Throw away the items that we don't, not throw them away, but sell the items that we don't need, kind of clear up our inventory, because right now we are pretty low as far as inventory. And this is a common theme when you're low level, is just having your bags be completely full and just kind of being like, well, crap, I can't level anymore because I don't have any more room. So
Speak quickly.
turn that in. Alright, now he wants us to get some scales from Murlocs, and Murlocs are kind of another reoccurring monster. They have a very distinct
Hello.
kind of battle cry. Alright, let's see. That meaty bat wing, ruined pelt. Dark bat blood, I need those. 2 health every 5 seconds, that's not very good, so I'm gonna sell that. Alright, a little bit more room. We only have like, what, 9 slots available?
Do not seek death.
Actually, I'm gonna check to see if there's a cooking trainer here. So if there is, that would be maybe not.
What now?
Let's see, profession trainer, cooking. Where is it? Ah, yeah, I have to go to Undercity. So basically, I have to go into town in order to learn cooking. So that kind of sucks right now, because part of me doesn't want to hold onto the items that I don't really need, but not a big deal. We can go to Undercity. Just gonna try to clean up a little bit more quests that I have out here. There's like 10 quests available. As you can see, multiple of them are a little higher level than I want to attempt. The same color scheme for like monsters and stuff. As you can see right here, their level, like this one, the level is in yellow, which means it is within an appropriate range of my character's level. I believe it's +2, -2. And then the higher level they get, the more dangerous they are. So like if it were 3 levels above me, then it would be orange. And if it were 5 levels above me, then it would be red. And all that means is that it's more difficult for me to actually harm the creature. and they also have more health. They deal higher damage, that kind of stuff. So basically, you want to avoid fighting something that's 5 levels above you. As you get more powerful, you have more tools at your disposal in order to attempt to attack creatures that are higher level than you, or multiple creatures at the same time. So, not as big of a deal, but in these early levels, as you can see, I don't really have that many tools at my disposal, so it's kind of easier for me to just avoid them completely. So, that being said, we're just going to continue to farm these duskback pelts. I need 3 more, and then I will be able to purchase a coarse thread and get a cloak made for me, turn in a quest. What is my skinning at? 15? Not too bad. So you do gain skinning levels really, really quickly, because like I said, a lot of the beasts, they can be skinned, and so basically every monster that you kill that's a beast is an attempt to level up your skinning. So very nice. And later on, you get the chance of skinning like dragonkin, and you can get dragon scales, and those are sought after as far as for leather workers, just because they are more rare, and obviously supply and demand dictates that you can get a higher price for those items. That and thick leather is used for a lot of the in-game leather working. Really? I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Not a big deal. Gonna attack me. I'll be able to tank these hits. They don't really hit that hard. 9 per hit, so you'd have to hit me another 10 times. Which you might do. Kill these 2. Hopefully I get more duskback pelts. There's 1. That's nice. And a mace, which I can't equip, but generally, even your gray weapons, they sell for a lot more than like gray like that. As you can see, there's 57 copper as opposed to 5. So weapons are pretty nice to find, because they vendor for a lot higher than your typical item. Alright, there's another one up there. So as you can see, I'm finishing off a lot of these just by meleeing them, and it's viable right now, but later on I'll end up getting a wand, and those have a much higher damage output, so I'll be leveling my wand skill. And the other good thing about having a wand is that you don't have to necessarily cast magic in order to damage an enemy. So when they're doing their fleeing animation, you can just kind of strike them down with your wand shooting, and so that's helpful. I don't have access to that right now, so I'll just melee him. Not a huge deal. A little bit slower. Alright. I'm actually gonna rest a little bit. Get my mana back. Do that. So right now, my water is extremely valuable, in the sense of I recover a lot of MP per second using it, as opposed to just like idling. And it'll be nice, you know, each time you get to upgrade your food or water, it's extremely helpful. Even if it takes more casts of that particular spell in order to get like a full stack of the item. Alright. Hopefully, not too many more kills and I'll be able to get the last item I need. So I can go turn all that in. Sell my grade out items that I don't need. That was the last one. Takes forever. And the good thing about this is, you know, this is what they call farming, and basically I'm just killing enemies over and over and over for a particular item. And even if I don't get that item, I'm still getting experience. So as you can see, my level is continuing to rise. So at the end of it, you know, this quest will have, you know, yielded a lot more experience than just the turn-in, but obviously for faster turn-in, you want to get the item as quickly as possible. So, man, these guys just will not drop their pelts. I always thought it was interesting that an item such as a pelt, you would think that I'd be able to gather from any of the, you know, any of the enemies that I fight, but I'm guessing what it is, you know, since I'm obviously damaging it with spells or attacking it, maybe it like ruins it whenever you attack, and that's the whole like thought process behind not a one-to-one drop rate. Later on, you know, there's like tusks or teeth or something like that that you would feel like, why don't, you know, these wolves have like 40 teeth that you can just grab out of their mouth? But I guess, you know, by pelting them with frost bolts or attacking them with a knife or something, then, you know, it damages their teeth and you know, during the battle. Well, there we go. Alright, let's get in this guy. And we are going to... Wait, where's that turn in? Oh, I needed the... Yeah, okay. Get the course thread. We're going to go back to Brill, because I need to turn in that quest. I need to get rid of all this crap that I have floating around in my inventory. And then, yeah. We've been recording for a little bit, so I'll probably stop it there. And then we will continue the Chronicles of PastyT in Brill. Hopefully getting more of these quests done. Oh, I do need to go back to the Scarlet. Okay. I thought that there was a quest you went back there. It's been a while since I leveled a Horde character, so this is fun. Alright, so I believe Trade Supplies is going to have the course thread that I'm looking for. Yep, there it is.
Beware.
Now you can see that completed the quest, so I'm going to go turn that in. Go upstairs.
I haven't got all day.
So we're going to get the cloak.
Dark lady, watch over
2 armor,
you.
not a big deal, but any little bit helps right now. And that will be it for this session of the Chronicles of PastyT. Thank you everyone for joining me, and we will see you in the next video.